You look sad, mister. Want to meet my daddy? It was one of those days. Gray skies, spring air colder than it should be. Damon Cole, billionaire, empire builder, and media darling, sat alone on a worn park bench in a part of town his polished shoes had never touched. No driver, no assistant, no cameras, just him, a bitter coffee gone cold, and a silence too loud to ignore. That morning, he'd buried his brother. 2 weeks before, his fiancée had walked away. Somewhere along the way, so had his joy. He couldn't even remember the last conversation he had with someone who wasn't on his payroll. Then came the voice, small, curious, pure. You look sad, mister. Damon blinked. A little girl stood a few feet away, maybe 6 or 7, clutching a worn-out stuffed bunny and watching him with clear, honest eyes. Want to meet my daddy? He gave a weak smile, unsure how to respond. I don't think your dad wants strangers showing up, sweetheart. She shrugged like she'd heard that before. He says strangers are just friends you haven't met yet. And just like that, she skipped off toward a nearby food truck. Damon hesitated, then followed, half concerned, half curious, and maybe just a little desperate not to return to his empty penthouse. Behind the food truck stood a man in his mid-30s, sleeves rolled up on a faded army jacket, serving warm meals with practiced kindness. Volunteers bustled around him. Music crackled from a radio. Laughter echoed. Something Damon hadn't felt in years pulsed in the air. Life. The girl tugged on the man's sleeve. Daddy, he said, you gotta help. The man turned. Tired eyes, scruffy beard, hands full of gentleness. He glanced at Damon, then nodded. Come on over, man. You hungry? I'm fine, Damon replied quickly. But the man just smiled. Nobody leaves here empty. Grab a plate. So Damon stayed. He ate chili from a paper bowl, and for the first time in a long time, he talked. Really talked. The man's name was Marcus, a veteran and single dad who used his pension and donations to run this mobile kitchen. He never once asked Damon who he was or what he did. You're here, Marcus said. That's enough. The hours passed like minutes. Damon laughed. He handed out food. He played tag with kids in the grass. For a while, he forgot who the world said he was and remembered how to just be. Then it happened. A woman in line whispered. Someone pointed. Phones came out. The moment began to shift. But Marcus didn't flinch. You want to help? He said quietly. Don't do it with headlines. Do it with hands. 3 weeks later, the headlines came anyway. Billionaire CEO steps down. Donates $30 million to feed America. But no one knew the full story. The money wasn't the real gift. The real change came every Tuesday after that, when Damon returned to the park. No suits, no spotlight, just an apron, a paper hat, and a man finally living with purpose. And every time someone asked what made him walk away from it all, Damon would smile and say, a little girl with a bunny and a heart bigger than the whole city.